still live at the Eternal Care Foundation's first year anniversary, and standing beside me right here is the convener of the foundations. I have with me Honorable.
Gabadin Olabode.
All right, sir. Let's start by you telling us what Eternal Care Foundation is all about, sir.
Well, I think I can trace it to that popular saying that we must be our brother's keeper. You recall that as we were growing up, our mothers, you remember sending us to less privileged people in the community. Go and give this to mama, this, go and give it to baba, that. Sure, you understand? Along the line, you inculcate that, trait of giving and appreciate that it's good to give because we will not be equal. We are not equal. So as we grow up, we understand it better that things are happening around us that we're not equal, like I said. And so we start by doing it individually, helping people that people you have, passion or compassion for. So at a point, we just discover that we'll be reaching out better if people of like minds come together and form a body that would be doing, fundamental things for the people. And ever since we started in March 2019, which we were 1 year in March this year, of course we wanted to do this anniversary, which was postponed because of COVID, and October 22 again, protest. So finally today. So between then and now, we have provided comprehensive ultramodern water facility for 5 communities, including Ekpe, including Orile Igomu, including Ogba, including Oto Awori, Elemija community, and the Kurudu one that we're just starting. So, and we discovered that when we commissioned this project, each time we go for commissioning, you could see that joy on the faces of the people. And then we also appreciate that such projects, endures. It's not a one-off thing that you give, maybe food or something, and after eating, it's all over. This thing is there. All the ones we have done that I told you, they are still subsisting in proper, because we laid the emphasis on maintenance. And we, as a tradition, we give total possession, total control to the community. We don't have anything to do with the project. So these are the things that we have been doing. Of course, we also do hunger intervention. We visit motherless babies home, orphanages. We care for them. Some of them are even here as we speak. In fact, one of the disabled children that is here today is going to collect our award. The same award we are giving to millionaire, we are giving to a disabled boy who has distinguished himself irrespective of his disability. So these are a host of others.
Okay, so what do we see the Eternal Care Foundation in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
That would take me to our 14-month agenda. Okay. We're in November. Between now and December 2021, we have 14 months, and we aim to do 15 water projects, 3 per division in the state. And so it's one of the reasons why we are converging here today, to seek for assistance, support from people who share in our vision. And we also intend to do monthly hunger intervention, emergency responses, and of course, end of the year, interaction with orphanages and the special schools. So that's because the one we did last in December 2019, we were touched by the joy of the. They said they want to go with us, but it was not just possible. And so some of those ones too are here today. We made them part of our celebration. And so we still do more of that.
So what does it take to be part of the foundation, sir?
Very simple. The first thing is pedigree. You must, even if you are as rich as anything, the pedigree must be there. There must be that standard of behavior. Once that is clear, you are not a man of questionable character. You are, presentable. You are a man of pedigree. Like I said, integrity. Then the next thing, you obtain a 2,500 form for registration. Then you pay for your uniform, 6,000 naira, and it's one-off. All this thing is one of. But the one that is recurrent is our monthly due. We made it so easy. We put them in 3 categories. We have the silver, gold, and diamond. If you are silver, you just pay 8,000 every month. If you're on gold, pay 2,500, diamond 5,000. And it does not give you any advantage or disadvantage. You could be on 1,000 and you are a director in the foundation. You could be on 5,000 and be an ordinary member. So we just want you to pay what exactly that is convenient for you. You can even switch.
We understand that we are at the first anniversary of Eternal Care Foundation. What can you tell us about Eternal Care Foundation?
Well, Eternal Care Foundation is a foundation that was established sometimes March last year by the collaboration of collective like minds of people that was spearheaded by the Director General, Mr. Olabode Gabadin. Well, the major aim of the foundation is to provide poverty alleviation for less privileged people, provide portable water for selected communities, because we discovered that there are a lot of communities that are lacking potable water, and provide empowerment to selected individuals, empowerment to less privileged homes. So, and basically that is what the foundation is all about: service to humanity, trying to reach out to those that are less privileged in the society.
Okay, if I may ask, what really inspires this?
What actually inspired this is our society. The Director General, in his own wisdom, discovered that there are lots of people that are suffering within the community, that you cannot leave everything for the government. So he now felt, in his own little way, what can we do as people of like minds to at least contribute our own quota to the society?
Okay.
That was what.
And what are your plans for people, and then what are you protecting?
Like I said, if you look at what we have here, in the last 1 year, we have been able to provide at least about 6 borehole water across selected communities, across all the divisions in the state. We started from Ekpe division, we went to Badagry, Ikeja division was not left behind, Surulere, which was part of Lagos Central, was not left behind. In each of those areas, we provided boreholes, functional one with generator that they are still using up till today. And aside that, we went to this is it orphanage, or there is this school at Magodo side, special school. We went there, we provide them with foodstuffs, and then this school for the blind somewhere around Surulere, Atundaolu. We were there last year to felicitate with the students there. I think we had our Christmas party there with the children there, and we provide food items and some other materials for them there.
Distribution of good things of life. So I feel other more privileged people should come to assist the NGO so that they too can redistribute, they too can send to those less privileged that they cannot touch. And if governments do come to their aid, there's nothing bad in that. I think it's a very good one. Government too should look for a way of redistributing wealth, of assisting people through a well-meaning non-governmental organization, especially like this Eternal Care Foundation. I believe with that, people will equally feel the impact of the government and host of other non-governmental organizations that mean well for the emancipation of the downtrodden.
Tell us about Eternal Care Foundation.
Yeah, Eternal Care Foundation was birthed out of care. We see what people lack in the society. We see what people are going through in the society. So out of our own small will, we decided to come out together. Like-minded people came out together to provide basic amenities for the less privileges. Basically, we are into water projects. Like he has said, we provide water into different communities in Lagos State, and by the grace of God, we are going beyond Lagos State from next year.
How do you see the foundation in the next 5 years?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be international. It's going to global because people are really willing to be part of it. I mean, people up there are really willing to be part of it, and in their own small way, they've been supporting so far. So I believe in the next 5 years, it's going to be global.
So what does it take to be part of the society?
It's
The foundation?
it's just for you to have the kind of minds we are having. Giving, because to me I believe giving is fun, and the essence of life is to give. If you give, you receive. So if you have the kind of mind we are having, you're welcome.
All right. How best can you describe Eternal Foundation?
It's a good humanitarian organization that they came to our school last year, December. They put smiles in the face of our children, with the less privileged people. They really entertain the children with a lot of games that day. They have been so nice. They really cares for the less privileged.
Tell us about your home as in.
Actually, is a school, Atundolu School for the physically and mentally challenged children. Is at number 4/6 Adam Orisha Street, Surulere. The school deals with children with disabilities, children with different academic conditions. We have the autistic children, we have the intellectual children, we have the cerebral palsy. And the school is owned by Lagos State Government. And Lagos State Government has been helping the school with a lot. They has been financing the schools. The school, actually, disability is not inability. In that school, we have children that can do a lot of things. People should show love to them. They are not supposed to be abandoned them at home. They are somebody. They are able to do things. Like next month, December 3rd, the whole world will celebrate the children with disabilities. People should run them. They should not isolate them. They should continue to show love, accept them into the society. Even they should be giving them jobs.
All right, thank you so much. What is your message for Eternal Care Foundation?
My message for them is that God will continue to help them. They will not be tired. God will continue to reward them.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ọwọ́ mi lókè. Májò máa tún fò. Hallelujah. Ìgbà ọ̀tun, ìgbà ọ̀tun, ìgbà ọ̀tun, ìgbà ọ̀tun, ìgbà ọ̀tun ooo. Àsìkò òmìnira ti dé. Nígbà táyé yẹmí. Nígbà táyé rọrùn. Mo ti fojú mi sọ́nà láti ìgbà èwe mi wá. Láti rí ìgbà ọ̀tun. Ó mà káàbọ̀ ọjọ́ rere.
Supervisor for WAPA, Olorunda, I acknowledge you. You see, Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ràn àbòsí, ṣùgbọ́n yóò máa fara mọ́ mi gbà mí. Torí bàbá ọmọ ò ní jẹ́ gate man lọ́rùn kó lajúlẹ̀ kọ́mọ tó bí lọ sọ́run àpáàdì. Jìbìtì ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ yàdí méjì lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. So mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ráwọn tèmi kí n máa acknowledge you. Kì í ṣe pé mo fẹ́ràn yín tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, kẹ́rì jẹ́ rí léwọ̀ ni o. Ó ti bá yẹ̀yẹ́ yín kẹjà ẹni jẹ́ wọlé. So supervisor for WAPA, Olorunda SCDA, please when you get back to home, when you get back home, tell Honorable Olatunde that we are enjoying this work. And Mary don't know what the support here. God bless you. All other political office holders that are here, I acknowledge you. Àti ṣiṣẹ́ fún 14 months. Fàájì làwọn ṣe ń gbélé. Ká sì sọ fáwọn èèyàn àwọn nǹkan tá a ti ṣe. Ká tún ṣe mí lónìí. And the people that are here, we welcome you. All the mothers that are here, we welcome you. I welcome Comrade Oyeleke from my domain or to Awori LCDA. When they said they cut across the state, I wanted to say, I didn't see my own person here, but I'm seeing somebody from Awori LCDA. in Ejanike. Comrade Yenike, you're welcome. God bless you. Everybody, everybody count the view. People say, "Wale, Otimumi le video, Tiwasa dugo yemolo." Ike ya du púpọ̀. Kashi mama sọ para wọn re. Ẹ wo pé mi náà ti ń Sàwórì yẹn, chief. Ṣé o tó kí n Sàwórì? Èmi ká mi ti dára ń lọ. Ibẹ̀ mi sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ omi dùn mọ́ mi lè kí náà. Ọ̀ fún mi lóye kí àtọ́ ti bẹ kú o. Ọ̀ fún mi lóye o. The former WAPA, Iba, SCDA, my own sister, I acknowledge you. Ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. WAPA Ibadan, former WAPA Ibadan. God bless you, my sister. Ṣé mo bá àti lè.
Shall never be in
Please let us remain standing. Let us remain standing as we take the ECF anthem. Please a round of applause for them as we take our seat. Let us take our seat now.
ECF. ECF.
Commitment to humanity.
Commitment to humanity.
ECF.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please a round of applause for them once again. Honorable Wale Mogaji, the chairman, Lagos State House of Assembly, Commission. You're welcome. Once again, we welcome all our esteemed guests. Invite the man who, by the grace of God, is going to represent the good people of Lagos East at the Red Chamber any moment from now, inshallah. I'm talking about Koresa. It's all about giving. As you are giving us, we are giving it out to those people that need it mostly, that we appreciate it. Like I was telling the honorable member that just left, that gave us 250,000, Honorable Tomo Abiodun of Ekpe 1, that's their shameful here. I want to make the member of this foundation because they are giving without expecting in return. Please a round of applause for them. If somebody could come all the way from Badagry, all the way from Ikorodu, all the way from Ekpe to hold meeting in Ikeja, just to put food on the table of those they don't even know at all.
Service Commission. Please join me to welcome Chief Olawale Mogaji. The man doesn't have time for frivolity. If it is something serious, it's there for you. Let me also welcome very specially, so that when we leave this place, we have the comfort of the home. Let me welcome very, very specially Alhaja Aishat Oluwabunmi Gabadin. Well, don't let me expose her here. We will leave that for another day. But suffice to beg her publicly that while we know much about my income, I should also know much about her income. That much I don't know. So it will on your own grace, there will be progress in that direction. You are welcome. And then incoming Senator Tokunbo Abiru. Well, incidentally, we were schoolmates, we were year mates at LASU. What I remember about him is that he was so quiet and too serious for a man. Very serious, always reading, always probing, wanting to know. And he doesn't partake, or let me say he didn't partake in all those juvenile delinquencies that some of them engaged in. Very serious. And we are not surprised when we heard about him growing steadily in the banking industry. And along the line, he was made Commissioner for Finance under the governorship of Mr. Abatunde Fashola. And two things I want to bring out from this appointment. Because when he resigned, I look at it, this is most un-Nigerian. Most Nigerians will not leave such a juicy post. But because he's a man who belongs to an industry and is well focused, there was opportunity opening up for him there. He resigned after 2 years and reconnected with his career, which finally took him to the zenith, where he rose to become Managing Director, Skybank Nigeria PLC. The bank folded up. He survived. He still emerged as the Managing Director, CEO, in fact, Group Managing Director, Polaris Bank Nigeria PLC. And for a round of applause, please. For your information, he did not leave the job to come and contest. He actually finished his tenure. He did 2 terms. He finished successfully, and then they take a look at him that if anybody will represent us well, Tokunbo Abiru will be such a person. And today, just this morning, we were talking. He apologized to Eternal Care Foundation through me profusely and said he would send his brother. And here we are, Mr. Bankole Abiru, representing Tokunbo Abiru. You are most welcome. Now, let me go back home. There is one woman among us here. She represents other members of the family where something strange or unusual do happen. In Gabadin family, there is no half brother, half sister. There is nothing like that. In fact, what I remember as I'm standing here is that those that are half are closer than those that are full. But those that are full, that were initially one kind, they now join us and become a complete, full, united family. And here we are welcoming Olori Abiodun Adimashaw ní Gabadin in this event. Our wife, the wife of Prince Rilwan Adimashaw, you are welcome. Mosidat, the director with the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Sport, I greet you. He happened to be our last born now. I don't know whether she's the one, but we lost our last born and she took that position. Well, Kemi Adedeji ní Gabadin is the coordinator of the federal, I don't always remember that title, this federal agency and of course the director with the Lagos State Ministry of Budget and Planning. You are most welcome, my dear sister. Let me welcome Chief Muyi Opale, retired immigration officer. We didn't know whether there were injections they received during the service. The thing is still rolling in him, but we'll find a way of carrying that. Dani Seriki, I trust you. Thank you for confirming what I'm saying. Thank you. Ni Seriki, I welcome you, sir. Mr. Shikoya, who celebrated his birthday. Is it yesterday or day before? Day before, you're welcome. Kweno, the analyst by excellence, a guru, you are most welcome. And a friend of Trump is a friend of the Eternal Care Foundation. I will request honorably that they all step out for recognition. Please line out for recognition. You line out and face the crowd. When I mention your name, you wave. And if people like you, they clap for you. If they don't like you, okay. I'm sorry for that. It has to do with us. Okay, let me try my best. If I will remember their name. Let me start from here. Mr. Adebayo Oseni is a very senior officer with Yaba local government, SCD. Or is it Lagos mainland? Yaba, yes. Next one is Temi. Temi what? Temi Alade. Alani, yes. She's very, very good on social media. When you see her on social media, you think she's more than this. Next one is Adelola Eduji. He's an accountant with the Ikeja local government. The next person, who? Abiyahu, are you not the task force woman? This woman can arrest motor. But since the end of task protest, she has calmed down. The next person, can I see your face? No, you are not. There's somebody, okay, it's Kabia. Okay, you are Oluwakemi. Yeah, she's a soap maker. She's very creative and a committed member of the Eternal Care Foundation. Agnes Adedeji, she's the head of procurement in VI Local Council Development Area. You are welcome. Assistant Aderayo, please permit me to report her to you. Please, SCDA, Mr. Rahman Idowu Kadri. Of course, is our director of admin. Next to him is Aja Abimbola Abike Adeola, a sales director with Mekano International. Also, our director, corporate networking. You are most welcome. Then we have here with us Busola Bailey. She's a lawyer with the local government, but she's not my best of friend. But I hope we become friends. Huh? She knows why. She knows why. Next to her is Akintaro Omo Shaliwa, right? Okay. She's a fashion designer. And she's one of us. Very quiet. Very, very quiet. Wallahi. Very quiet. Next to her, I wouldn't hide anybody. Next to her is one of the troublemakers in the house. Sherifat Okele. She's a trainer and a committed member of the foundation. The next person, she comes all the way from Igede to our meeting. If you have ever been to Igede, I can conveniently tell you that apart from Badagry, that is the worst topography you can ever encounter.
Hey, I didn't even beg. I say yes. He said, "Go buy it. Buy it. Make it come." I rush go buy it. He said, "Make a put 7 and you give me from out." Make am make sure say you don pass 7 na Abuja. Say man dey sure. Ní bàtà kí ni lè. Ó kiri kind of book sáré àlè. He say make I take the motor, carry me go 3 times. My brother, I take the motor, carry me go 3 times, the motor start. Abeg no be shine na man. As if that was not enough. Every morning, Monday, as I dey go church, my pastor in preaching was give. As he begin shout, give us never like I comot my khaki. As pastor say, I say, that man want to thank the Lord. Come out. You want to give the Lord the car? Come out. Now come out. So you want to give the Lord the car? I say yes. What do you do for a living? I say, I'm an MC. Say you will do MC in America. I say amen. Oh God, our power will look for you. I say amen. Oh Jesus. Passport. I can see passport everywhere. I say amen. Drop the car. I drop the key. Lo and behold, early morning Monday, na pastor call wake me up.
And when he lived, he took ill at 53. So he called his attorneys, accountants, managers, and announced the establishment of his foundation, just like Mr. Gabardine is announcing the establishment of his own foundation today. This new direction eventually led to the discovery of penicillin, cures for malaria, tuberculosis, and diphtheria, according to the source that we got it. But miraculously, he got better after he started the foundation. The result is that he lived to be 98 years old. From 53, he got to 98. And the blessing started coming immediately. Ask me, what is penicillin? There was no antibacterial drugs until that time when somebody in his foundation got money from him and started penicillin production. Then the cure for malaria, for chloroquine, also came from the John D. Rockefeller Foundation first. If you pitch Rockefeller against Abiola, you will ask, what did Abiola give to the common man? What did Abiola give to humanity? Minus the Concord bread and the Concord press. But here is somebody who gave the cure for penicillin, for a malaria drug, for tuberculosis, and who also gave the cure for diphtheria. You know, diphtheria is that hanging on the cuff, on the roof of the mouth that acts like a curtain that opens back and forth. If it's infected, you are not able to breathe properly, you are not able to salivate, you are not able to swallow properly. And that's a very common disease in children. The impact is this, moving forward, by differential acts of charity, John D. Rockefeller put himself above the Epio Abiolas of this world, the Mobolaji Bakantonis of this world, considerably ahead of them, because they did not impact on humanity. They impacted on persons. They did not impact on all of us across board. People are copying these examples from John D. Rockefeller today. Bill Gates is doing the same thing with malaria fever research in Mali. And they are also trying to crossbreed the malaria falciparos type of mosquitoes that carries the bacteria in the mosquito. Breed the male with the female and put a non-productive male to fertilize a productive female. The result is 0 when the two comes across to mate. That's the simple technique that Bill Gates is trying to do. It's not only in computer, it's contributing also to finding solutions to the problem of medical care. The result is this. Put these two gentlemen against one another and ask, what did they do differently and what did they do that impacted humanity? And you now put it against yourself too. What did you do every morning? What do you do every day? When you drive past a school in which children don't have pencils to walk, some children don't have school uniform, some children don't have textbooks with which they will do their jobs. Yet you go back home and claim that you are a poor person. You are not poor. you are still better than several persons below and in that community. Why pass the school and not go to the headmaster? Can I fund the purchase of 10 school uniforms for next 2 years for 2 students in primary 1? Or let me fund the purchase of school uniforms, school dresses for the next 5 years for like 3 in primary 2. You will have enabled the education of those children on your street. Don't count yourself as somebody who does not have before you can make impact. You don't need all the money in the world before you can be a rich man and a rich contributor. Finally, I've answered the question, what is charity? Charity is the connector, is the cross-cutting ties that runs through all of us. It is what makes all of us human. If we don't give, there will not be existence. If we don't give, there will not be existence. What is charity not? Number 4, please. Can we go to the next place, please? When things change, having cheese makes you happy, yes. The more important your cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it. If you do not change, you can become extinct. What will you do if you aren't afraid? Smell the cheese open to know how and when it is getting old. And when it's getting old, you have to move to another point of cheese making. Just in the example, replace cheese with happiness. Replace cheese with joy, with your circumstance. Then you move on to, who move on my cheese? I'm writing on the wall too. Yes. Change. You must know when it's time to change. If you don't know when it's time for you to leave your bank, where you're working, you will not be able to re-strategize, reorganize your work. Direct somebody's CV to us now. He was MD in one bank, he jumped to another bank. He realized the need for change in his life. Change is strategic to moving your cheese or moving your life better. Adapt to change quickly, enjoy change. Be ready to change quickly and do what again? Which way can we go when it's time for us to move? Totemic way and say we are materialistic. For anyone who's been through the university lately, like 5 years ago, if you had a BSc from any Nigerian university, you have received only half of the number of chemistry practicals you are supposed to have. Because government cannot provide the chemicals for those practicals. And so we are making half illiterate in terms of providing good graduates. The students that we have...
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Kiki Ọlọ́run alaikum yona anu fún Ànábì wa Muhammad
sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Fún Sheikh Ahmed Tijani
radiyallahu ta'ala anhu.
Maulana Sheikh Al-Hadi Ibrahim Niyaz. Sheikh Abu Bakr Siddiq Al-Miskin Billah. صاحب الولاية الكبرى فضيلة الشيخ حاتم عبد الله العلوري. مفتي الديار مرحوم فضيلة كمال الدين الحدث
رحمة الله عليه.
lẹ́yìn kíkí Ọlọ́run àánú Ọlọ́run àtàánú ẹ̀kọ́ bá gbogbo tí jẹ́ àwọn òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo kí ìkàlẹ̀ àwọn alhaji wa
Honorable Gabadin Olabodi, Honorable Surajudeen Tijani, Honorable Wali Magaji, Professor A.O.K. Noah, Oni Bowles Foundation, Alhaj Lekan Salami.
Alhaji wa Honorable Gabadin
Olabodi, Director General.
Etí Ọlọ́run fi ń ṣe kòńgẹ́ yìí, àdúrà ló ń fẹ́ ṣe àdìgbò lẹ́kṣọ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ti lẹ́kṣọ̀ àwa tí ọba wa sọ.
Professor Ademola
Olúwa. Ẹ rí i pé example àwọn méjì ní lẹ́kṣọ̀ mú wa. Àwọn méjì tí wọ́n bẹ̀ example wọn wá yìí, ó sì jẹ́ ká má yàtọ̀ ọrú sáríìtì tí wọ́n ń ṣe. èyí tí Alhaji wa Masud olóògbé Abíọ́lá ti ṣe láti empower ọmọ èèyàn èyí tẹ́lẹ̀ kejì náà ṣe jọ̀wọ́ fìlà ọ̀hún kó lẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ yàtọ̀ tó fún ẹ̀ ló báyìí àmọ́ òun náà mú empower àwọn èèyàn látara tó fowó ṣe náà ti fi ṣe nǹkan tó lò fẹ́ yàn kókó kẹta ó sì jẹ́ ká mọ̀ yìí pé sárétì títà ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ kìí gba àwọn ìbáṣẹ̀tẹ̀ lólówó rẹpẹtẹ tó bá nìkan sí lẹ́tọ̀ ti tán síbẹ̀. now àmọ́ mo kí Alhaji wa ọ̀nàrẹ́bù wa Gabadin Ọlá Bọ̀dé mo kí wáìfù wọn náà wọ́n á kí gbogbo
Ẹ̀tànàkẹ́ foundation
kọ́lọ́ wọn sáwọn lẹ́ni Muhammad èrò ilé ìtẹ̀wílẹ̀ yìí ọlọ́run fún yín láti yọrí gbẹ́ gbogbo wa ta wá o ọlọ́run kọ́ gbà ní ẹ̀sìn fún wa ọlọ́nìbí Muhammad náà tó kọ́ sínú ìwé wọn kálukú ní mo kí ilẹ̀ ọkọ̀ kan torí àkókò ní ọba sókè láti àpèjẹ́lì ọlọ́run gbàdá ọgbọ yìí àwọn tó ti lọ bàbá tó ti lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àgbàdá wọn ọlọ́nìbí Muhammad jama lakum lórí salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. ẹni tí wọ́n ṣe é bí ọlọ́dún ṣe yìí nígbà tí yẹn ń sun ara rẹ̀ jẹ́ ní owó ó dùn náà ni kò yí sí àti rí tọba wẹ̀ nìkan tó ń bọ̀ nìkan lówó tó wá wò kó òun fẹ́ máa fi àwọn nǹkan lówó kí ẹsẹ̀ nǹkan tó rọrùn bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ẹ bá ṣe nítorí ọlọ́run máa ń kọ́pẹ́sẹ̀tì yóò kọ́pẹ́sẹ̀tì ẹ̀ lójú ayé ẹ̀ yóò sì kọ́pẹ́sẹ̀tì ẹ̀ tó bá kú tán yóò sì kọ́pẹ́sẹ̀tì ẹ̀ tó bá dọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́run torí gbogbo sẹ́tẹ̀yìn àwọn kò ṣe òkọ́ pọ̀ tó bá ti kú iṣẹ́ yẹn ti tán a máa rí nínú àdìsí àná Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam nígbà yóò kú mẹ́ta fún un àkọ́kọ́ tá a nẹ́bí ní ọ̀sẹ̀ kù fún ní gbogbo sàrà tó bá tó ṣe sàrà lójú ayé ẹ̀ ànábì tó bá kú sàrà tó ṣe owó ti dẹ̀dá olódò yóò máa sàn lọ́ba gbogbo ìgbà ni wọ́n máa fún ní ládàá rẹ̀ pé tó ṣe táwọn yẹn bẹ́nẹ́fìtì bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fi máa yá sàǹfààní táwọn yẹn wá ń sàǹfààní tó bá kú tán ládàá rẹ̀ ọmọ ọba ọ.
وولد صالح يدعو له
ọmọ tó bí tó fi ẹ̀sìn kọ́ tó wá ń ṣàdúrà fún gbà tó kú tán ànábì yóò máa bọ̀ sọ ọ̀kan nínú ẹ̀ òun ni kí èèyàn máa ṣe sàrà sáàtì ọ̀dà sàrà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀dà sàdákà lọ́wọ́ sáàtì ọ̀dà ẹ̀bùn lọ́wọ́ kò sẹ́ni tá a lè sẹ̀kù fún lọ́jọ́ pé jọ́tọ́ lọ́n fẹ́ sọ ibi súrà kalẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìkábí mẹ́rin ló kúnnú súrà yẹn ipe àrà ìtẹ̀lẹ́bí
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين
ìdí orí ní anẹ́bà sọ̀rọ̀ àdásẹ́dà orí ni àbó orí ni yukasibu bìdí àwọn tí wọ́n ń pe ọjọ́ ẹ̀sìn kẹ́ẹ́sẹ̀sẹ̀ ìpà tó bá di rẹpẹtẹ èyí tí wọ́n tó rò yí pé kí wá lélẹ̀ àìná Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam àìná bí ní má fojú kéré nǹkan mẹ́ta àìná bí ní má fojú kéré rẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí làkọ́kọ́ àìná bí ní má fojú kéré ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti kéré tó kọ́ máa pé sẹ́rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ àbínú sí kò sẹ́ni tí ó lè bínú sí o tù ọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ fojú kéré oore èso rè yí lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀ wá wò ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà wò wọ́n dára kò lè ká sí lọ́hùn ó sì lọ́hùn pípọ̀ ọwọ́ àwọn agbádá kò ti wọ̀ yìí ní sì máa ń sin olóńgbò ọwọ́ agbádá rẹ̀ báyìí ibi títí sí olóńgbò ẹ̀ wá ń fara nù ọ wá sùn lọ sí aṣọ ni nísinsìnyí lọ́wọ́ ó ti kírun tán ó sàjọ ẹ̀ tán ó wá tèkì tó ń bá ní kó wọ́n dìde olóńgbò yá jí. ṣe oúnjẹ nìkan owó nìkan bọ́ọ̀ nìkan ọ̀nà tó bá lè gbàrà yẹn àwọn àyẹ̀dọ́ ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́ ni ọlọ́run jó yé wa pé àwọn tí ń pọ̀jọ́ yẹn nírọ́
òun kọ́kọ́ làkọ́kọ́ ẹni tí bá máa díjú pa fọ́ọ̀mù òrukàn kò ní í sàwọn aláìní nínú ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà ló jẹ. fàwéèrù ẹlẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́ta ni àwọn tó ṣépèlé òun àwọn tó gbé wọ́n ń kírun wọ́n máa ń gbàgbéra nínú òun. àwọn tí wọ́n ti ká níbi lórí òun. ìgbẹ̀yìn gẹ́gẹ́ wá ni wọ́n fi mẹ́rọ̀ torí ẹ̀ sọ súra yẹn kalẹ̀ àwọn tí máa hánà fún yàn nípa káàyàn lọ́wọ́.
يا آلك الموت ويا سامي صوت اللهم إنك المعروف قلوب المؤمنين بلغ إلى 120 سنة من غير قصة ومرض وسدة وفقد المعنى اللهم أرنا الحق الحق وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل الباطل وارزقنا اجتنابه ولا قول خير ولا عبادة ولا نستعين كما هي لقد سبقت كلمات العباد المرسلين تم المنصور وإن جدنا لمن الغالبون حسبك الله ومن اتبعك من المؤمنين وبرتوا إنا آتيناك بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا آتيناك القصة وصل ربك وادعى إن شانئك اللهم صل على محمد ولا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله سبحان ربك الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Islamic religion from the institution of the religion and Biovera, Lagos, 1998 to 2002. Bachelor degree in Islamic study from the Pebble University, Australia. Army Holy Boys Foundation in conjunction with Nigeria Army Officers' Wife Associate, the 19th day of November 2020. Congratulations, man.
I don't even know where to start from.
Start from the beginning.
Actually, this came as a surprise to me because I wasn't expecting it. I want to say to God be all the glory for what we have been doing. And I want to say a very big thank you to Eternal Care Foundation. When I knew it was Eternal Care Foundation, I'm an event planner. And I hardly go to parties for the fact I plan events. But when it comes to things like this, no matter how tight schedule I have to honor it. What Eternal Care is doing today is...
Let me start by congratulating you as one of the awardees here today at the Eternal Care Foundation's first year anniversary. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I'm happy to be here because the foundation caters for everybody, the less privileged in the society. That is the main reason why I'm here today. They are giving back to the society.
So what do you have to say about the award that was being given to you today?
Yeah, I really appreciate the award that was given to it. It is a well-deserved award because I want to say very, very big thank you to them for appreciating what we are doing in the society. It is a very award. It's an award that we really appreciate.
All right, Onibos Foundation has gone global. We've known Onibos Foundations here and yet. Can you tell us the inspiration behind Onibos and then the state you?
Yeah, Onibos Foundation has gone beyond the understanding and imagination of the convener because it is an assignment of God. And we have been able to reach out to a lot of people. The consistency I think is the number one thing I can say about Onibos Foundation. We started officially 5 years ago, and since then we have been moving from one level to the other. So that is where God has brought us to. As I speak to you now, there are so many people that have even heard about Onibos Foundation that we don't even know them. So that's where we are now. In the next 2 years, like God owns everything, is a God of time and season. If God tarries in the next 2 years, we want to touch the whole country. We want to touch the whole country. We have a lot of programs, we have a lot of projects that we have at hand now. In the next 24 months, we want to do a lot of things that I don't want to say now. But with God, I believe all things are possible.